massive, massive. Yo, massive, massive. 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 Yo, massive. Yo, massive. 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 Yo, massive, massive. Yo, massive, massive. Yo, massive, massive. Yo, massive, massive. Yo, massive.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the West Ham Review. Hope you've all been well. I know it's been a while. It seems like it's been a while since I've seen you all. And as always, I am joined by the illustrious one, and this time it's Budgie. How are you, mate?
Oh, I wish you wouldn't call me that. Bloody hell. Yeah, I'm very well, thanks, mate. Yeah, had a reasonable week. I'm just happy to be back again. What is this, week 10?
Yeah, surprising how quickly it goes, isn't it?
Week 11 of the show, I think.
Yeah, doing very well. Doing good for yourself.
11. So, yeah, good to be back.
Definitely, mate, definitely. But we have a bit of tinge of sadness to add on to this one, though. Let me just, I'm going to put it in there first of all. We've just learned in the last hour that Ronnie Ticker Boyce, unfortunately, has passed away. And condolences to his friends and family at this sad time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We miss him greatly, as I said, we miss him greatly, but he'll never be forgotten, basically.
Always going to be associated with West Ham, he'll always be a legend. Yeah.
Well, he's a local lad like me. He was an East Ham man. So, so it just shows you from there. Let's quickly try and catch up with the chat because I know it's gone a bit crazy on there so far.
Yeah.
Good evening, Happy. Hope you will, or your Hammer Lawyers, and to the others. Also to Darren, good to see you as well. Asking he's going to go to Brentford. As always, usual, good evening to yourself. And obviously, Budgie replying back there, which is nice as always. Catching up with our chat. And of course, the music comes out straight away. Look at that, the Mighty Quinn as well. Yeah, Jimmy. Nice.
Yeah.
And also happy. Sorry to hear about, you've had to attend a funeral and that. I hope it was well with yourself. And condolences to whoever the person is. Evening, Brendan. Hope you will. And obviously, super chatters as well. And to our good old friend Colin. Good evening, Colin. Good evening, Hammerettes. Yeah, look at that. Let's see. Everyone's saying sorry for that. That just shows you again what a great community we've got. Howard, good evening to yourself. Coming you wines. Super Shamrock. That 16-year-old is a date to remember for the rest of his life. Nice. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, see, look. It's okay, guys, but do appreciate all the kind words. I'm back to another shit out of you now. She's back on track.
Yeah, and on fire.
Dear. What is two thumbs is a sexy deal for his tickets for Brentford. Jeez. Put her out. Put her out.
Come on, Happy.
Yeah, look, Brendan's saying, look, wrong channel.
Oh, yeah.
Brendan's saying, yeah, get your money back, Howard. That fuckbug will not be playing. Howard's taking his daughter before she disappears for the half term to stay with a friend. Nice.
Nice.
And they were saying hello to each other as well. Evening, Ray. Hope you will.
Hi, Ray.
And also to Lee Statham TV. Go and see his channel as well. Nice guy, and his dad as well.
Lovely to see you in here, Lee. Hope your dad and mum are well. Pass our regards on, please, young man.
Absolutely.
Hope you're doing well too, buddy.
Deal for a nice. I was called again. Good evening, Ted Hammer. Hope you well. Are you happy? What have you been hiding? Nice. And also to big up to our good old friend Michael.Chelsea FC. Big up to Taunton Budgie. I hope everyone as well. Yeah, we are doing well, mate. I hope the same for yourself as well.
Michael, thanks for joining again, buddy.
So catching up slowly but surely getting there. Quickly rushing through on these. Evening, Frog. Good evening to everyone. Are we feeling a bit more confident for the weekend? There would have been a month back. Whew, yeah, well,
that
goes without saying. That one.
Good evening. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah. Evening, Pepsi. Good to see you as well.
Evening, Pepsi.
Brenda say still should employ this intro as it's 20 minutes long. It'll never be late.
I've offered to make one for him, mate. You know.
Evening to the guys. Yeah, so I'm catching up the hellos and stuff.
Evening, Darren.
Evening, Darren. Evening, Ted. Yeah, Togs as well. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. It's been a while, Tom, mate. Very weird week for sure.
Stop talking, do they?
No, mate, which is good. It's good. Always good to see him. Yeah,
we're going to have to employ a teleprompter.
I think so, mate.
Flag up the ones you need to read out and that.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Ticket. Yeah. Nice one. Yeah. Brilliant there. All saying hello to each other. Good evening, Sharky, as well. Rest in peace, Ronnie. My condolences to his family. Yeah, definitely. Evening, James.
James, good evening.
And evening to Daz as well. I'll clean up afterwards. Evening, all. Good evening, Anthony. Big up, Tony and Budgie. Oh, Budgie, thanks for calling me an absent bastard on Sunday, the show.
He's only saying that because he knows I don't remember even being on Sunday's show. That's how fucked I was. Sorry. I was drunk as a sack.
That was nice, mate. Good. Yeah, Mr. Boyce, rest in peace. Absolutely. Yeah, what a shame. Yeah. Good evening, Colin. Yes, absolutely, mate.
Yeah. Oh, I've got an answer for usual next question.
Get in there. Happy said, I love what Potter was doing. What a guy. And I think I wasn't keen on him coming in. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. I mean, Budgie included.
Yeah, exactly that, you know. And I've been eating humble pie since the moment he actually did arrive, really, because he sort of made me not fall in love with him, but fall in love with the club again. You know, I like the way he's putting things across. I like the way he's employing the youth and the experienced players. I like the way he's dealing with the players. I like the way he talks about dealing with the players. He's won me over. I'm falling back in love with West Ham again.
Nice, mate. I mean, I don't know if you saw it as well. Him and the coaching team went and watched the youngsters play.
They did.
When was the last time you saw a man to do that for us? You know.
Yeah. You know, it was always either one of the assistant coaches or a delegate.
Yeah.
Rarely would you ever. Well, they said that Moyes did tend to fewer games, but you know they made more of it than it actually was.
Pepsi just put this one here, which has made me laugh. The influence of Danny Dyer, obviously. Pepsi saying was enjoying EastEnders yesterday until Bowen appeared. Yeah, Jared Bowen's appeared at EastEnders by the looks of it.
Yeah, apparently he did. It was like on a phone. It was like a voice message or a video call or something, a video message or something. So he didn't actually walk onto the set. It was. I mean, I don't watch it. I have never watched it in my life.
You don't miss much.
Judging by what people were saying in the chat from Old School last night, that's what it appeared to be.
Sharky saying, Budgie, you're looking a bit grey. I think that's the background.
Yeah, that's the lighting and the camera I've got. You know, the camera's about as much use as a chocolate teapot.
No, you're looking good, mate. Evening, Matt. Good to see you. Big up Tony Budgie in the chat. Colin saying, yeah, Boyce will always be a legend to me. Sorry to hear about his passing, and my condolences go to his family. Yeah. Seems like he had a long-term illness by the sounds of it. And yeah, it's a shame. It is a shame. But as we said, you know, never
forever a claret and blue, mate.
Absolutely. Only natural to be cynical after West Ham shenanigans over recent times. Yeah. Even Mr. Bell, hope you will, mate. Good to see you.
Steve, thank you for turning up, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Budgie, is that a Herbie top you're wearing?
Yes, it is, sir. And available from Timo. For about 18 quid, I think it was.
That's not bad, is it? Yeah. Not bad at all. And they're saying like each other as always. Good evening to Hendon Gooner as well. Evening, Tony, Budgie, and all in the chat and watching. Hope you're well, Hendon. Good to see you.
Good evening, Hendon.
Abby saying, aside from Fuckrug and Somerville, we've only played a few minutes under Potter and Antonio, who hasn't even coached yet. We are looking stronger than Potter has had yet for Brentford. Totally agree on that. It's nice.
Yeah.
I think he's got a nice headache, hasn't he? Because obviously we've put in the thing there, Potter and what he said about James Ward-Prowse, and of course he's also got another nice one coming, you know, back from injury, and that's Tadibo, which is going to help him out as well.
Absolutely, and you know, I know there's a lot of question marks over Tadibo, but again, he's another player I really think will thrive under a manager like Graham Potter. I think Graham Potter's, you know, he's quite a defensive-minded player himself in his playing days. So I think he will be kind of doing a lot of one-on-one stuff with the players like Tadibo and that have lacked a bit of confidence, that have had injuries, that maybe haven't had their shout under Lopetegui or Moyes before him, you know. And I think Graham Potter is that kind of manager that will get the best out of players. I really do. You know.
Yeah.
Look at the bounce Guilherme had when he steps on the field.
Exactly. And I think hopefully we'll see a bit more of this
kid as less minutes than like Dean Ashton has since his retirement.
Yeah, it's true, mate. That's true.
You know, that boy stepped onto that pitch like he was stepping into a bloody gladiatorial arena. You know, honestly, he had so much bounce about him. And that is good because that is down to good management coaching.
Yeah, agree on that. Michael Cho saying, Billy Mitchell has never been the brightest spark in the box. Jared Bowen, a footballing legend, give over, he's saying. Teddy M saying, Budgie, you don't even remember being on last night's show, he's saying.
Oh, I do, Ted. I remember it well.
Good evening, JB, as well. Good to see you. Evening, gents. Evening, ladies. Nice, as always. The music's coming out again. I like the way you move. Howard saying, Budgie said Sunday night, any in chat that want free drinks all night, give him a shout.
Yeah. That is never happening. That's never coming to my mouth.
That's not a bad comment from Froggy. Yeah, Potter's manner reminds me a lot of John Lyle.
I get the reference. Calm, assured, confident in your own abilities. Yeah, I kind of get that. You didn't really see John Lyle get very animated until game day.
Mm.
You know, even like there are one or two training video, of him around on YouTube and that. Well, you can see John Lyle in the background doing work with people or whatever, but he just doesn't. And I remember him really well. Like I think once they got him to go on that bloody Celebrity Squares or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I mean, he was just John Lyle. Yeah, he kind of had a few jokes and that, but he was just calm, collected. Nothing fazed him.
Yeah.
And I think Potter's a lot like him in that respect. I'm hoping Potter is as good at man management as John Lyle was. Because for me, I think John Lyle was able to get, oil from water out of a player.
Mm.
He really was that good at coaching.
I mean, what I liked about John Lyle was the fact of, reading his autobiography. And him and Ron Greenwood be sitting in the back of, sitting in the motor, being peeing down the rain and just speak for hours, just talking football.
Yeah.
Hours and hours. And obviously he learned a lot from Ron, And
I think a lot more people did and should have actually learned from Ron Greenwood. I think if there were a lot more, well, even especially today, I mean, if there was a manager out there with Ron Greenwood's approach to football, oh my God, I think we'd have world beaters on our hands.
Mm. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, no, I mean,
like John Lyle, but he's the closest you're going to get to a well-beaten manager at the moment.
That's true.
Well, was up to
it was, way this season's going anyway. Happy saying, Moist Moyes is making me feel sick. Where's expecting the pick 6 badge and parking the bus, eh? For fuck's sake. Yep, because he has, obviously the goal difference is what's killing us at the moment. But they are above us at this stage.
But we didn't struggle to score goals under him either, though.
No, true. Teddy M saying, "Watch the Ironcast podcast, brilliant." I'll have to have a look at that one. Thanks for letting us know that one, Ted.
The one with Graham Potter. It's exceptionally good. One of the best ones so far.
Let's have a look at that. Can't wait for Saturday, he says. Darren, yeah, agree. We've got a good chance here against Brentwood. It's a great watch. And something.
I wish it was Brentwood. You said Brentwood.
Sorry, Brentford. Yeah, keep doing that.
So I wish it was Brentwood.
Just down the road. That's what it's all about. Yeah. You saying it's not Moyes, it's Irving that has done it at Evan. Good evening to the assembled as well. Hope you will. Good to see you in here.
Yeah.
Colin saying, Budgie, that Dutch striker name was Jorian Boer, who played for us in '95, who went on to play for Crystal Palace.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Colin. That was from last night. That was a little quizzer he put in. And I must have missed, because, you know what it's like on that show. I'm getting 30 bloody comments a second on that thing. I mean, before I even press the, go live button, there's already 120 in the bloody comment section.
Wow. That's nice, isn't it? At the same point, but you've got to keep up with it, as you said. You know that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy. Steve saying, see somebody posted on one of the chats, Spuds versus Manure, El Shittico. Happy saying, usual, give Moyes time, he'll run the same 11 players ragged and then he'll sit back and smirk. Hopefully he achieves that before March. It'll be interesting. I mean, he has got on playing. He's, again, just like Potter is the right fit for us, unfortunately, Moyes is the right fit for Everton at this stage.
And we all knew he would be. Once we knew his days were numbered here, and once many of us had started numbering his days for him, we all knew that the chances are he would end up going back to Everton. And then when they took on Dyche and that, we even said it, Tone, he'll end up back there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we did, didn't we? I mean, like, it was inevitable. And like I say, I praise the Friedling group because they've actually got someone they know was going to do a job. Good choice.
Yeah. And one that's going to care about the job he's doing. That's more important, He had, 16 years there, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I mean, because there's a bit when...
I can't remember the exact number. It might have been 12 or 13
He's been there, he's been there quite a few years, but I don't know if you saw it.
He had over a decade of service in that club. So it's a job he cares about, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm not knocking the man for it. I just wish he didn't do it so bloody soon. And, we could have picked up a few points and maybe not let them catch us. But, yeah.
I mean, because I think it was the second goal that Everton scored. Was it the second goal? Arnie's slot is actually completely losing it. And Moyes was just cool as a cucumber. No expression on him at all. He just kind of turned around and sat back on his seat. Frog saying, Budgie, looking forward to seeing you totally bladdered after our 4-1 Rodgering of Brentford on Saturday. I said it again.
I don't think I'll accept the invite if I'm bladdered, mate.
Well, Happy's asking, are you going Saturday?
I haven't got a ticket, and I haven't really got the money, but I could get it. So the answer at this moment is no. I ain't got a ticket.
Hopefully someone will help you out, mate. Good evening, Mr. Joshy J. Good evening, Tony, in the chat. I'm absolutely going to tear it to Sir Jim Radcliffe at 10:30 tonight. Yes, again, and they're blaming PSR for this, aren't they? Because they've laid off another 100 people at Man United.
Oh,
yep.
dear.
Yeah, it was announced today. I think they've laid off another 100 people.
Who was it? It was Genghis Khan who said, beware of your empire crumbling from within.
Definitely there, that's for sure. Yeah. So, Ineos are not looking as good as it first was led to believe. No,
they want to make it a franchise, and that's why they're getting rid of so many people that care about it. Because all they want is people that will make it money.
Yeah. Michael Blees, good evening to you, sir. Yeah, rest in peace, Ronnie Boyce, legend for the Hammers, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
Good evening, Michael.
Pop goes the weasel. Jeez. Yeah, big nice to see you guys. Yeah. Happy saying also, like Potter saying he needs to coach the team. If it was a deal with all transfers too, then he would not be given the coaching his best. Not quoted, obviously, as he can't remember his actual words.
Yeah.
No worries.
I like the word paraphrasing. I like that because that covers so much ground. It really does. You can more or less quote somebody's entire speech, but not say any of the words that they've said.
Yeah.
If you say, I'm going to paraphrase here, people know what you mean.
True.
Can't remember the exact words, so I'll just tell you what the meaning of it was.
Yeah. Just said about Oshie, John Lyle and Ron Greenwood and that. Yeah. Health hazard in a car with John Lyle, chain smoker. Yeah, that must have been bloody awful, isn't it?
Yeah. Imagine that, though. While he's talking to you at half time and there's him and about 9 of the 11 starting players all sitting there.
All over the fag, yeah.
All puffing on John players.
Those were the days. Those were the days, as I said.
Yeah, right.
I mean, blimey. it's like funny, obviously, as you know, I work in an airport, but you remember the planes, you used to sit in the back and you can have smoke yourself to death in the back of a plane and that air was
Yeah.
recirculated. That was the best part.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like
people
Ray
used
saying,
to laugh if you used to ask the stewardess, "Can I wind the window down, please?"
yeah, that's right.
People around you would laugh. Nowadays, people are like, "Is he fucking mad?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just the sense of humour has gone out of
got
hand.
it. Yeah, true. Ray saying, I know that Malcolm Allison is responsible for the West Ham way. Another nice, good one as well.
Malcolm Allison was fantastic. Fantastic.
Matt saying the goalie for Forest on Tuesday, was he Roberto in disguise? Miguel was his name, I think. Yeah, it wasn't good, was
Do you know what? I actually watched a game with Roberto in last night on YouTube. It's only highlights of it. It was dreadful. I think it was when we got beat by Wolves 3-0 or 3-1 at home, and it was just awful.
Not good. Yeah, but,
even like the back four didn't look like the back four that they should have been. They just had no confidence in the man behind them. That was a rather unfortunate period for us, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much so, mate. Unfortunately, yeah. Pepsi bets on the next Arsenal player. Arteta gets injured. He's going with Saliba.
I know. I hope it's not Saliba, actually, because out of the entire Arsenal team or squad, other than Declan Rice, who I've still got a lot of admiration for, but I think Saliba is the one player at Arsenal that I would really, really like to come to West Ham. I think he's quality, and he hasn't shown everything he's got yet either. He's still quite young. So I hope it's not him, Pepsi. For his sake, because he's a good player, and like an Arteta inspired injury on a player could be bloody career ending.
Well, it's only taken them 2 days to announce it, but obviously Havertz is now out till next season.
That's what I'm saying.
So they've got the choice there. I mean, we've got a bad enough dire straits with our forward lineup. They've got a choice of either going with old Trossard or Raheem Sterling.
And do you know something? I got a funny feeling that if they pick Raheem Sterling, he'd do a job for them.
Possibly.
He's got a lot to prove. He knows he's fallen out of favour in the England setup, and Chelsea. There are younger, brighter, quicker guys than him out there now in those positions. We spoke about a few of them last night.
Yeah.
And Jared Bowen has to go into that conversation without a doubt, because for me, he's the most consistent English right-sided winger. For me, he's more consistent than Saka, is it? For me,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know obviously with the injury for Saka, we don't know if he's going to be the same player. That's going to be the question mark.
Exactly.
Sharky, Wally Brentwood, Wally, where the old full place used to be, no longer. A little cry in the van today. Listen to that, people. Darren said, just remember the like button. Thank you very much, Darren. Yeah, and don't forget that, guys. Same for Greenstreet Elites. Share, like, and subscribe as always. Evening, Russ. Evening to yourself as well, mate.
Evening, Mr. Morgan.
30 comments a second. Acers, good to see you as well. Hope you're good. Teddy was saying that was so funny last night, Budgie and Kieran. I've got to catch up on that one.
We had a bit of a giggle.
Good.
Well, you know what Kieran's like. He, me, I try and be as politically correct as I can until he lets go. And then once he's let go, that's it. All hell breaks loose. I say something, I try and be a bit politically correct or a bit sensitive about it. And he goes, "Oh, fuck off, Pudge." And then he goes into it. Both barrels, So, you know, I can't remember that bugger.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Ace say, Budgie, have you recovered from your hangover on Sunday night?
Well, the hangover didn't arrive until Monday morning, Aces, but thank you. And yes, I have recovered from it, mate. Only took me a few hours and a couple of breakfasts.
Brilliant. Oh, Howard saying Suchek to the Toffees, 50 million in the summer. You imagine that?
Actually, that would be a reasonable price for him and all. More than reasonable. I mean, like, that would be a great price for him.
Definitely. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind betting that he would go there and he would go there for 35. I reckon that's about top whack.
Not a bad return, though, on that. If that is the case, not a bad return.
No, not bad return at all. Considering he was one of the instrumental players throughout our entire European campaign for 3 years solid.
Yeah.
He was integral in every single one of those campaigns. So, you know, we've had our money's worth out of him, to be fair. All them great goals he scored, you know.
Yeah, true. He's been dependable for us.
I'd be sorry to see him go, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to Everton.
True. Well, you're reuniting with as you said, with Moyes and that. And Steve Bill says to Happy, do you like Moyes? And Mike was saying, obviously, just remembering the Arsenal fans trust the process. But she says, yeah, about as much as I would like slamming your bollocks in the car door, I reckon. Oh, okay. Sharky says, were you having a go at the Sharks again last night, Budgie?
We did mention the fact that there haven't been any shark attacks or crocodile attacks in the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, no, we didn't attack them.
Daz was already asking the question. We think we just covered it. We think Moores will do a decent job at Everton. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah. Howard saying tickets are still a valuable budget for the game.
All right.
Because, yeah, look, Steve's offering out beers on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Brendan says, I did not come here for deep and meaning stuff about Genghis Khan.
Oh, mate, you came here for an education. You'll get one. Many forms of, do you know something? There's something about Genghis Khan that I'll tell you. He was a vicious bastard.
Pepsi saying, how does Budgie juggle Valentine's Day with all his ladies? Oof.
Well, let me answer that in a quick and easy sentence. I don't deal with Valentine's Day at all because my last wife, who I have now been divorced from for 7 years, I married her on Valentine's Day just to show that I was the romantic and, caring type. Yeah. Never again.
I think you got your answer.
There's only one lady.
Colin saying, gents, I have to admit, Potter would not have been my first choice, but I'm liking what I'm hearing. Honestly, feel there is good things ahead for this massive club. End of next season in Europe, that would be very nice. I think he will get things turned around. I might find a question that Pepsi. Yeah, they're all gone there. Yeah, they're all agreeing with that. Great question as well. There, you got the answer, people. Ace is saying, yeah, Donkey Kai Havertz in vets ready for his operation tomorrow with Dr. Fortetta performing procedure. Well, that's in knackered then for the rest of it. Look, she's got a bunch of roses today from her auntie. That's very nice.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Oh, blimey. Folks say, needed to talk to Steve upstairs on the bus, going to Smithfield in the mornings. Yeah, the old smokers in the day upstairs, wasn't it? True. You should have the old knife cut through it to get through there.
Yeah.
No, he's happy. He is out for the rest of the season. He is not back, and possibly until not even the start of the next season. That's how bad it is, apparently.
So, what is it? It's a hamstring, isn't it?
Yep, another one.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing, but it seems to be quite a big rise in that. I mean, it's strange. Talking about it early on today with someone, and it's you think we've gone through them light football boots where everyone got metatarsal injuries, and it moved on to the knees and that, and now it's gone onto the hammies. It's moving its way up.
Speaking of injuries, Tom, I've either missed it or it hasn't been released. But is there a list of the injuries that Michail Antonio suffered in that crash at all?
I don't think
Do we
it's
know
really
the
list.
extent of his injuries?
I think he had as far as I remember, it was a double. He had double fracture on. I think it was the right leg. I think it was the right leg anyway.
Oh,
But one of the legs, he had a double fracture on it.
right.
But going by what you know,
Obviously, there must have been like facial injuries and stuff as well.
yeah, I think it was quite minimal because I think what kind
He
of
was strapped into his car and he'd got airbags and stuff.
yeah, we apparently ended up in the back. Going by some of the photos I've seen and some of the comments, and that he ended up in the back and that, and he was wearing Crocs, which was still around the pedal area, which is not obviously good.
God, blimey. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, the main thing is what he's thankful for is he's alive. Michael Chelsea said it's been weird not seeing and chatting to Tont and Budgie and all you guys in the chat. We're all in there, mate. That's the main thing. We're in there. We're making up for it. Steve saying, I've got to cone off 2 parking spaces for the Royal Mail tomorrow. That's good, isn't it? Do you work at the meat market? He's asking at a frog. How much did all those cards cost you, Steve Bill? Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? Used to many moons ago. Yeah, Brendan saying used to like walking through Smithfields in the mornings on the way to work. Well, as we know, they're going to be closing, aren't they? They're moving on because of costs and everything else.
Isn't it?
It is, mate. It is. I mean,
when you think about it, if you read the original book of Oliver Twist, which was written at the beginning of the last century, Smithfield Market is where they go and do a lot of their pickpocketing and stuff. They mention it a number of times throughout the story.
Yeah.
At least a couple of times anyway. And, you know, it's part of London's historical centre. And it's always been a meat market. And you know, I mean, there used to be a guy who had these bloody oil drum thing there, used to cook up sausages in the mornings and stuff up on the corner there.
Yeah.
You know, we used to walk up, I can't remember what it was. I think it was 5p or something. Give him 5p and he'd give you a sausage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice.
Ridiculous.
Michael, do as usual. Put them into the chat for me. I will get them sorted out for the weekend. I will have them done and ready for you all. I'll get the ball injured next. Yeah, he will do. Shocking Sterling has been playing poorly at Arsenal. Yeah, another one just collecting a wage, like Willian.
Yeah, and then look what happened as soon as he went to bloody Fulham.
Yeah, he's gone back again.
Destroyed us.
Gone back there. Michael, please say, how much did Bowen get for his appearance on EastEnders? Ooh, yeah, that'd be interesting to find out.
I think that was a favour for a favour. Because we'll soon, after the Bowen-Dyer marriage, we'll see them having their first dance to Robbie Williams live singing Angels. Because Danny and Robbie Williams are friends, aren't they? So,
yes,
favour for a favour, mate. You know?
Yeah, Darren's saying Bet Moyes tries to get more of our players in the summer, not just Souček. That'd be very interesting.
I wonder who he might go for both the Czech boys.
Could do. Yeah, because obviously some of
the do a job for him and all.
Because obviously some of the Everton players are getting on, aren't they?
Well, a percentage, and I don't know what the percentage is, but I would imagine it's somewhere in mid-range. But a percentage of West Ham fans would probably back that kind of transaction.
Mm.
You know, what Moyes wants them to up there, yep, let them go to him. You know, and there'll be others that will go, oh, hold on a minute, look how good they were under him. Do we want them playing for him at Everton like that? You know,
He knows how to get out of them, doesn't he? He knows what to get out of them.
We're not Man
That's the problem.
City. We haven't got, you know, the top rated players in any of the positions really. But you know, those two have kind of fallen down the pecking order a little bit, especially Sofal. But I mean, Souček still does a job for us and still will do a job for us. But I don't think many people would object to him going, if I'm honest.
No, I mean him, you know. Yeah, I think his time is done for me, Kufel. I mean, he's been a good servant, but yeah, down the pecking order.
Yeah, I mean, so far we haven't got anybody to replace him though. We've got Wan-Bissaka as our number one and him as our number two. True. Who follows that? You know?
Darren reckons Moyes might even go for James Ward-Prowse as well. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't even got Carer anymore who could play that position.
Sorry, I just see the comment from Howard. No, it's true, but it's true. I can't believe they're moving it. I fucking hate that. Yeah, I know, mate. It's awful, usual. I mean, all that history and stuff. And I think Billingsgate is also on the. I think they're looking as well, aren't they? So
yeah.
So much. I mean, don't think when they built the Olympics. Do you remember the Dan Carpenter's Road?
Mm-hmm.
I've got their bloody name there. But there was the smokers, the fish people. They had to move out because basically the industrial area and that they whipped it all up to put the stadium down and whatnot.
Billingsgate.
No, it was there was a what's that bloody name? I think they moved out towards Essex. Again, another one over 100 years smoking fish and all this kind of stuff. But they had to go because they purchased all the compulsory purchase of the land.
Jesus. And because it's the government purchasing it, you got no say in it.
Exactly. Howard saying, "Your old romantic budgie. I used to do my ex-missus up the Roggan. Very Valentine's Day, just to show I love her." Oh my days. Happy to say that they don't sack Artichoke or Poster no clue anytime soon. Stick with your chosen ones. Yeah, I think Artichoke's definitely not going anywhere. The other one, I think, is a different ball game on that one. Wow, look at Ace's facts here. Look, Full Teta has caused 9 knee operations since taking charge in 2020. Okay, now. I did hear someone saying, though, apparently where their training ground, I think it's London Colney, apparently it's something to do with the actual ground. It's too hard. But
right.
If that's the case, then it means all the other players who's got injured must train at London Colney, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Michael Please says hamstrings are weather related, mostly get them in the cold. Yeah, I mean, it's where players don't warm up properly these days. That's the thing about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're obviously kind of athletes in certain respects, but you still got to have a good warm up. And even when you're standing around for too long, if you're not too careful, lactic acid builds up, and before you know it, you go to move off, and that's it. You pinged them again. Oh well, look, Donkey Kai Havertz has the same grade 3 hamstring injury as Saka. That's why it's going to take as long as it is.
Okay.
I have hamstrings all year round. Frog saying full crew breaks his club card nipping the Tesco's. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, they're moving all the markets to Dagenham. Yeah, that's saying, yeah. And yeah, I mean, obviously, this is putting the title about this. So, looking forward to seeing what JWP can bring to the side. So he said he's shocked he'd been sent out on loan after the decent season he had with us. Sloppy was a knob. But yeah, and Potter very much alluded to this as well. He couldn't believe that obviously JWP was shipped out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen the videos, but looking at him in training and that, he's like he's living life, being back.
And you know what I liked what Graham Potter said when he was questioned about bringing him back. I think the question went something like, you know, how do you feel about James Ward-Prowse coming back into the club? And he said, why would you not, I'm paraphrasing, but why would you not want who is arguably the world's best dead ball specialist in your team? Why would you not want that? Why would you not have that in your armory, sort of thing?
Yeah.
And
no, exactly.
I mean, that was a definite dig at Lopetegui. Definite dig.
Yeah.
But it was also a statement that I thought was just goes to show you that, you know, the type of players that we have got, that Potter has got designs on.
True.
You know?
Yeah, very true.
Imagine what he would have done with Pablo Fornals.
Even got a song out of Ben Rama, I think, as well. Would have been nice.
Quite possibly.
Excuse me. Colin saying, heard Antonio didn't have his seatbelt on. That's why he was in the back. Otherwise, seatbelt on, who knows what would have happened. Apparently, if he did wear his seatbelt, Colin, we wouldn't. You know, we'd be talking a different story about
and the
Antonio,
pictures that we saw of the car wrapped around the tree were after the fire brigade had cut the car open to get him out. So the damage to the car wasn't as severe as the first photograph showed.
But yeah,
there were one or two leaks before the fire brigade arrived, and they were quite disturbing. But you know, the one that everybody saw with the car all ripped open, everything, that's because they cut him out of the car.
Yeah, so if he was wearing his seatbelt, then yeah, he wouldn't have been around, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They're all talking about Mavraponi, as Happy's calling him. Mavraponi to Mavrapanic in the matter of milliseconds. Favourite meat and fish, all moving to Dagenham Dock. Good evening, Freedom Sounds. Nothing to do with the car. Yeah, it's a shame though, whatever way you look at it. Pepsi saying, interested to know how many nervous breakdown Arteta's caused too. Oof, in the thousands.
You'd know more about that, Pepsi. You're an Arsenal fan.
Happy saying, give early doors a like, please, chatters. Thank you very much, Happy. Appreciate that. Ted saying, yeah, obviously the grass is too long, the wind is too strong. And the old classic, it was raining. And the latest one was obviously the Newcastle when they got knocked out was they had one more day of rest than what we did. What a load of old shite. With all the injuries at Arsenal, they must be doing this.
It weren't them that got knocked out by Plymouth Argyle then, wasn't it?
Cool, mate. Howard, so with all the injuries at Arsenal, they must be doing the reach arounds all wrong. Definitely doing something. They must be kicking themselves in the knackers, I say. One of the two. Who have West Ham got this weekend? We've got Brentford. Yeah, I've said it right for a change. Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford, correct. Thomas Frank's out there.
Very unpredictable side for us, aren't they? Them ones. Piss easy Brentford, that'd be saying. Colin's got 40 quid on it. West Ham to win against Brentford. I fancy a 3-1 win. Oh, it'd be nice if that comes in for you. Brenda saying, congrats, Budgie, on getting the chance to use paraphrasing in the chat. We're all doing good. We're all doing good. Oh, here he goes. Look, he's off again already. Look, I see another defeat for Jellyfish Potter then. Ah, dear me. He can't help himself, can he, old Michael?
No. Just sour grapes, mate. That's all it is.
Tranquilo, Mickey. The boy will still come good. Yeah. You can be so cool sometimes. Budgie, Shaq, Britney Spears, West Ham win FA Cup final. Which one?
Does it have to be in that order?
Is that a tricky question?
You know what? I would say West Ham win the FA Cup final every time. You can put any name you want there, Ray. And Britney Spears is not one of my favoured. But yeah.
Yeah. Spurs versus Manchester United. Who on earth will watch that rubbish? Sky Sports don't have any idea about football fans. Nah, as always, it's about the money, isn't it? Michael saying Declan Rice never injured for Hammers, but Arteta changed that when he signed. God, yeah, exactly. Never got injured before.
He did have one injury.
One injury, but it seems to be.
And he was out for like 2 to 3 weeks with it, wasn't it?
But it seems to be a common thing with Arsenal. Well, we've seen with Arsenal, you can be injured in that, and Arteta still try and put you on the pitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening, Stephen. Good to see you as well. JWP to break Beckham's free kick record on Saturday. Ooh, imagine that.
Let's hope.
Michael saying, I blame that yoga Arteta as him doing, while squeezing lemons and listening to Rio Samba songs. Happy Emirates saying, Tony, I'm always saying Brentford too. Yeah, I can't help it. Sometimes it just flows better than Brentford.
That's because you're all Essex bods, aren't you?
I'm an East Ender, mate. Don't forget that. Born and
bred. You're bang on right there, usual. I do. I think Kylie's the greatest.
Yeah, like FA Cup final all day long, she's saying as well. Yeah, who doesn't? Budgie, a legend, he's saying there. Aces, for tomorrow night's show, dresses up in women's clothing. Tony or Fuzzy or Bristol Rovers track the supporter. Unfortunately, we will not be able to do the good, the bad, and the ugly, so it will be back for next Wednesday. Some change of plans, unfortunately, so we won't be able to do that. But I might try and do a show tomorrow night. I'm just trying to think of what to do. Might do about cheese strings and all that stuff, and the amount of players getting injured with it. Steve Bell saying, we always bung the FA Cup, so Brittany is dead, he's saying. Oh, good shout here from Happy.
I did it again.
Do we think Ferguson will score on his debut?
Yes.
That'd be nice. That would be nice.
We'll have one disallowed as well.
Oh, Jesus. Pepsi.
Or will it be the only one? Will he get one, but it will be disallowed?
Could be the only one, yeah. Pepsi saying...
Will it be a Maxwell Cornet scenario, you know what I mean?
Budgie's first crush was Vera Lynn.
I'll leave it out. She's far too young for me.
And she was an East Ham girl as well.
She was.
She
was indeed.
What was it before? Oh, it was CNA's, and what's it now? I can't remember what it is now. I think it's some close place now. Well, the last time it was anyway. But that's where the cinema, the kind of cinema or whatever it was called,
musical.
Sing there. That's it, musical. Thank you very much. That's where she used to sing.
I only know that because I'm closer to that generation slightly in years than you are. So I thought I'd get that in before the bloody chat does anyway.
Yeah.
And no, I've never performed in the musical, nor have I ever actually watched a performance in one.
Oh, man. What was that? There was a program that used to be like that, wasn't it? What was it called now? It used to be on BBC. It used to do something like that.
The Will Trappers and Shunters Social Club.
No, it was another one. Bloke used to have the old kind of go compare kind of moustache going on. Oh, it bugged me now. I think of it as I'm going on. Ted the Emma saying the problem with Arteta, because he wants to win the Premier League, he's running his players into the ground.
That's what Moyes did with our lot for the European journey.
Howard. Traitor, yeah, Pepsi. Oh no, it was Boadicea, Pepsi. Darren's asking us, what's your score prediction for Saturday, gents?
Okay, we're at home, aren't we?
We are at home, yes. I'm just going to
I'm going to
see.
go 1-0 down at half time, 2-1 at the end. To us. I think we'll go in half time, 1-0 down.
So Ronnie Boyce was 82, bud.
Bless him.
82. So let's just have a look at the form guide. We won 3-2, lost 2-0, drew 1-1, lost 2-1. Brentford, draw with City, lost to Liverpool, won against Palace, and lost against Spurs. But they are sitting 11th on 31 points compared to our 16th position and 27 points. And what's the preview there? Having lost each of their first 5 Premier League games against Brentford, West Ham remained unbeaten in the last 2 against the Bees, 1-1 and drawn 1. So, got an opportunity to get something out of this game. So, yeah, I think I'm in the same mind as you. Hopefully, for me, looking at 2-1.
Yeah. And my first ever game in the London Stadium was against them.
Do like them. I mean,
No,
they've got some good players.
I'm a liar. It was Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. I mean, they've got some good players. They have got some good players.
Yeah.
Rather than just hamstrings. Yeah, it seems to be Aces. What's going on there? Usual saying, Budgie the Crawley Gigolo.
Mate, oh gosh, no. I could never take that title away from my brother.
Fuzzy's getting his nose ready to more, yeah. Aldi's frustrated. Needs some Valentine's Day action. See who he does. It's been a while and the sap is rising at the time of the year. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Usual saying, Budgie got his leg over with Queen Victoria.
Yeah, trouble was Dirty Den fucking threw a glass at me.
In the Queen Victoria.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When Dirty Den was in there, that was probably the last time I did. Anyway, no, I'm joking. Go on. Carry on.
The question just for the gents. Okay, 2-0 clean sheet. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Happy. Yeah, I get that. Freedom Sound saying 3-1. Nice. Sharky saying that statue of her usual. Ray's going, it will be ironic if West Ham reach Wembley next year and Britney sang the national anthem. Budgie would be in his element.
I'd be more in the element if it was Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm.
God, she's gorgeous.
Mm. Sharky 3-1. Ted the Emma's gone 3-2. No clean sheets on Valentine's Day. Usual, your old dog, usual. Hours go 4-0. Nice. Michael's going 31 points, enough to start this season, so Brentford's safe. Yeah, I mean, we're not that far off from it. Colin saying to Happy, I will put some money on Ferguson to score and debut, see what the odds are. Oh, would be nice. Steve's going for optimistic 3-3. Yeah, Happy's also going, Budgie, how can you not remember that first match at the LS?
No, listen, you know better than anybody, Happy, how bloody nervous I was. Just getting to London, let alone go into the game. I was a bag of nerves, mate. Bag of nerves.
Michael Chill saying, didn't know you was live, Budgie. If I hadn't been asleep, I'd have tuned in, mate. Big up Kieran. Hope he's all well. Yeah, he's good as well, isn't he?
Yeah, we are every Wednesday, 10 o'clock, Michael.
Bloody hell. Ariella Grande, Budgie, she's saying, with her eyes, yeah.
Yeah, mate. Ain't wrong with a bit of Ariella. I mean, Ariana. Ariola.
Ace is saying, Budgie got his leg over with Pat Butcher and Peggy Mitchell.
Yeah, mate, that was a night I won't forget.
Dear me, yeah. Good evening, Terence. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you. Evening, gentlemen. Opal as well. Good to see you in the land of the living. Yeah, work and all that. It happens. It gets in the way, unfortunately. You often, Ray. Ciao. Yeah, Terence, and obviously there. Right. So before we kind of move on, it's on the hour, so it's that time.
Yes.
And let's get what was up. And are we ready? Here we go.
We are ready. What a partnership, eh? What a partnership. Mate, listen, I like watching when players have got a synergy between them. You know, like Cotty and McAvenny had it. You know, many players in other teams seem to get it. We get it occasionally, and Morley and Bishop was another one that were both knew each other's movements really well, and they just linked play so good. And I mean, I was surprised that it was Trevor Morley that got the more goals out of the two, but you know, it was kind of just a partnership that really worked well. And I love watching them play back in the day. Yeah. What about you, Sam? What are your memories of them?
I remember when they first came in and that, and also like everyone was uncertain because I think everyone was like Trevor Morley. He weren't kind of it wasn't exactly a known player for us, and everyone thought okay. But then started getting the goals. Bishop we had a bit more of an idea with, and his style, how he kind of came in.
Yeah.
But he said they all did very well for the club. And Michael Bleeds just put a comment there. But obviously there was a thing that came in that literally ripped that all up, as they say. But we'll cover that in a minute. I'm just going to try and see if I can get this up there because I've just seen the same that Howard's put. And I can do it in there. So we will do it in a minute, Howard. But yeah, they were a good partnership. I mean, like, the one thing you remember about Bishop, because of his long flowing hair, after a while, sweating his nuts off kind of thing, and that it would be stuck to his face. It's a wonder he actually saw where he was going with the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I remember a spell when Trevor Morley's hair weren't short either.
No, it's true.
He had quite long hair. And, we didn't kind of, I don't think we witnessed the best of those two because the condition of the pitches they were having to play on, they weren't the best quality. We know they were mud baths back then,
Yeah.
And, even like Paolo Di Canio benefited from half reasonable pitches, You know, today's ones, they're like snooker tables compared to what they were like back then. So we've never really got to see just how good they could be by today's standards. And you know, what I seem to remember about Bishop was that when he ran at a player, he used to be able to give the eyes and take the player completely the wrong way. And you know, he knew when to go which way with which players, and you know, he could anticipate their movement and therefore obviously getting himself further up the pitch. And I think I'd like to know what the stat is for assists between them, because
that'd be an interesting one to find out.
That would be quite high as well.
Yeah.
I didn't actually check on that one. I should have done, really. Do it, you know, as soon as we've done them as a partnership. But I would imagine that it's quite high. I would imagine it's in double figures between them. That, you know, between them, they've assisted with like 20 to 25 goals between each other. I just remember them for being dynamic as a partnership. You know, much in the kind of way that Man United enjoyed when they had like Cole and what's his face? What was his name? Oh, the other guy. Oh God, Andy Cole and
Dwight
York.
Dwight York.
Dwight York. Thank you. Yes. Don't know why his name completely went out of my head, but it did.
Dwight York, yeah. Darren saying, Trevor Morley, the guy with the metal plate in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to go on some of the comments here, but then, of course, I'm going to come on to the one that Michael Please put. Yeah, very underrated, but a genuine workhorse. Agree on that, Terence. That's going with a 3-0. But, yes, it was all going well. And then, of course, breaking news, Trevor Morley's been stabbed in a critical condition. And as he said, yeah, such a great partnership. They shared everything until one tried to kill the other. And I don't know if it's actually, you know, has the truth ever come out of that?
Mate, I don't know. But you know something? Until you've just mentioned it, it had completely gone from my head. It was something that I had blanked out. You're saying it, and I'm thinking, oh my God, why can't I remember that? But I do remember why I can't remember that. It was a very dark time in my life. And the only light I had was Saturdays watching football.
Because there was the rumour, obviously, that there was a thing between the two of them. Now, it was you know, a relationship that the pair of them had. It all went a bit south, or I can't remember if their wives were involved, but it seemed to be more based around these two having a bit of a close tete-a-tete, shall we say.
Well, that's the rumour.
But this is one, I didn't realise this one, though. Usual saying, have you seen the story doing the rounds about Pep and the City women's team trainer?
No.
Oof.
Oh, dear.
Interested. Yeah, interested. So before I carry on with the comments, we will do this little kind of memory thing, and I'll go with what Howard's asked, and that is basically if we can have a minute for Ronnie, and we can do indeed, mate. And I've just kind of got this picture up, and let's just remember the great man himself.
I'm even going to mute.
Ronnie Boyce, sadly missed. Rest in peace, Ronnie.
Rest in peace, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I think that's just given us our subject for next week's chat.
Absolutely, mate. Greenstreet Elites, dedicated to the great man himself, Ronnie Boyce. Yeah. Yeah, I agree on that.
I'll see if I can find any generic footage that I'll be able to use, and we'll put together some kind of little video. But I'll find some pictures as well.
Yeah, I mean, seeing that picture there, that looks like it's rush green. You know, just looking at the background, I can see behind. Yeah, Bishop Bosch would have moved over that crap ground with ease in today's era. It would have been world class. Yeah, totally agree on that. Howard saying, Budgie, do you have the Trippy wallpaper as the background?
It's to my right.
Well, if you look at it, Budgie, the picture you got behind you, and that, you know, it just shows you've actually got the metal structure on your back on the wall. So you weren't, as Howard said, toilet paper is actually kind of the structure of the London Stadium.
Yeah, that's the roof structure, or whatever you want to call it.
Yes, yeah. Oh, interesting. You were saying Pep's wife found out that's where all the scratches on his face came from. Yorkie, yeah, Yorkie, Dwight York, Bishop's vision. He's there, just amazing. Yeah. It's one of the things. So sponsored by L'Oreal or something like that. Bishop good with both feet when running with the ball, and good awareness of those around him. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, he's good at that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, they reckon she wants a divorce as well because of it. Wow. I wonder if it'll come out. Happy saying no shit. No wonder City is shit this season by their own standards. Yeah. Michael Bleed saying rumour at the time Morley was playing away. Yeah. Morley cleared up in an interview. It was all a misunderstanding. There's a sharp misunderstanding, though, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Naughty Pep and brilliant. Look at that. Yeah. Ticker. Yeah, 100% rest in peace, Ronnie Boyce. Rest in peace. Yeah. Nice rock. Thank you, Ronnie. Nice. Michael, wasn't Ronnie the ultimate one-man club his whole life? Yeah, a rare commodity these days, isn't it? Thank you, Michael. Appreciate this as well, mate. Many condolences to everyone who knew him and to all the Hammers fans. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, Michael.
Oh, blimey. Look, Collins alluded a bit more to this. I've actually heard a strong rumour that Pardew was having a fling with Morley's wife, and that came from someone close to the club. Jeez. Pepsi say, I thought that was a prison behind Budgie. Yeah, it is when you are there, when you're in there. Yeah, true. That's far out. Pep's wife will take him to the fucking clean if it's true. Yeah, money's made. Happy saying that structure behind Budgie a minute ago was the temporary section that was meant to be torn down 8 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, the so-called extra 6,000 seats they could put around that part.
Yeah, something like that.
Nice. Wow. So let's have a quick look at what's the next couple of fixtures coming up.
How close are we to 900 now, Tom? Come on.
Let me have a quick butchers, mate. Where am I at the moment? I am sitting currently still. Was 879? It's gone down to 878. Bloody YouTube shenanigans as always. 878, mate. 878.
Okay. So 22 more to go to 900. Come on, you lot in the chat. Start sharing the channel. That's how you do it. Stick it on your social medias, all of that.
Thank you, mate. So after this, we on the 22nd, I know Pepsi looks forward to this one. We were away to Arsenal.
Yeah. Yeah. To the theatre of nightmares.
No, yeah. Thank you, Michael. Then we're at home to Leicester.
Okay.
So we need to get something back on that one, that's for sure. Oh, my God. And then look at that. We're then at home to Newcastle on the 10th of March. And then on the 15th of March, we're away to Mr. Moyes.
Oh, 15th of March. Oh. Now then. That's when we will see the kind of approach or the kind of interaction, should we say, between the Czech boys and Mr. Moyes as to, it could give us a clue as to intention. Do you know what I mean? From either from the lads or from him. You know, he's bound to greet all of his ex-players, isn't he? Bound to say hello to them all.
Yeah.
But well, we know that, you know, he's modern day Marouane for the one with the long hair. Fellaini, that's the fella. Is Thomas Souček. He is the modern day version of him.
Yeah.
He's the sort of player that David Moyes will take everywhere he can, all the time. Thomas Souček can support his own weight with his legs.
True. Agree on that. Nice one from Ray. Yeah, look, School Economics Project plus Upton Park Office plus Eddie Chapman, top man. Eddie Chapman as well, yeah. Oh, we've got quite a list of these players. We've got some great ones to do. Greenstreet Elites, Budge.
Yeah.
Ted the Emma saying, by the time we play Arse Arteta, we'll have to play the under-21s with his croc team. Yeah, there'll be nothing left. Oh, look, Collins obviously put the gauntlet down. We'll beat Arsenal. I'll be having £40 on that game.
Cool.
Howard saying 22nd of Feb is a little early for the Arse to perennially start really choking down on the Premier League. Yeah, it's not going to be looking good for them. Another year of nothing by the looks of it. That's £40 wasted, Colin. Pepsi's saying.
Ooh. Yeah.
Anything's possible. Now, just looking, who have we got left? So, and then 1st of April, yeah, typical away to Wolves.
Ah.
So that's got to be, is that a Monday game?
Now, they're a team that we can either steamroller or trip over.
Yeah. That's a Tuesday. We play
we're
them.
A bit like Brentford in that respect. You know, we either turn up against them or we don't turn up at all. You know? Yeah, that's a game that worries me because we should be beating them, in my opinion. We've got better players. We should be beating them.
Yeah, should be. Yeah, some interesting games coming up toward the end of the season as well.
That's, you know, like the Arsenal game, I'm not expecting much out of that. A decent performance will be a massive bonus for me, regardless of the result. If we get a win out of it, obviously I'll wet my pants. You know, I have to go and change. But you know, Newcastle kind of 50-50 on a draw for that one.
Yeah.
Brentford, I think, will win. Arsenal, as I said, I'm not expecting a lot out of that. Newcastle, 50-50 on a win. Wolves. Was there another one? Leicester.
Yeah, they've got the Leicester game, isn't it? The Leicester game. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we should beat Leicester.
I mean, obviously, the 10th of March, Newcastle are looking to get one over. When they come to us, some near. So there's some interesting games coming up.
Yeah.
Terence is saying though, Budge, was it Lou Macari signed Bishop and Morley?
I believe it was.
So look at that.
That's a good point.
Rest in peace, Roddy Ray. Yeah. Howard saying, April Wolves Day. Yes, April Wolves Day. That's the one. Frog saying, depends which Arsenal turns up and which West Ham. Funny season for a lot of clubs. Yes, this whole season has been like it. Happy saying, we need a win Saturday. Nothing else will suffice. 16th is a shit position, but a great number. And you're not wrong, Happy, because 16th is a great number for me as well. And it's not far off. When I turn another year younger. Pepsi saying April Arteta's day. Yeah. You win 5-0, mate. Happy saying our goal difference is shocking again. Yeah, minus 17 at the moment. We need to start scoring more and don't play Mavraboni. True. Definitely agree on that. Frogger said our goal has been Premier League target practice the past 2 seasons. True. Yeah, not been good. Got to be better defensively. 3 p.m. kickoff should be on live TV. Not on a Saturday, mate, because it's normally a 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah, not in this country, buddy.
Yeah, that's for sure. Freedom Sound says thinks Billy Bonds signed him.
Oh, well, he signed in 1989. Hang on. Signed by manager Lou Macari at the end of 1989.
Wow.
According to Wikipedia. I will add that.
Yeah, Lou Macari, yeah. Sonny Bishop,
In a deal that saw Ian Bishop also moved to Upton Park and Mark Ward travelled in the opposite direction.
I mean, look at the price, though. Him going to City, Ian Bishop, £465,000.
Yeah, well, they're saying he was valued at 450 here on this thing I'm looking at. Wow.
Idea.
Less than £500,000. Less than £500,000.
And I like the fact that I just looked up there and also you typed in Ian Bishop, and that's Ian Bishop. Yeah, it looks like him, doesn't it?
He's a ringer. He's a ringer for him.
Lou Macari doing shenanigans back in the day.
I'll meet you at the services. Which one? The nearest one to Dover.
Good evening, old man. Hello, peeps. He's saying there.
Good evening, old man.
Of course, yes. That'd be a good one. I'm doing the watch along with my supposed son for the Arsenal West Ham match. Love to get one over him, but hey, I get to slag his mum off, so it's all good for Terence.
And I think he was saying that he gets to shag his mum.
No, not at all. Not at all for Terence, that's for sure. Happy saying we clearly need a keeper in the summer. So would you extend Fab again or sell Harry or let Fabs go and keep Harry?
Right. So this has been a conversation I've held with yourself and with Jeff and Kieran. And I still think that Areola is worth keeping. I'm not so sure he's number one quality, but he's definitely worth keeping. I would like us to stay the hell away from Ramsdale. I'd like us to stay the heck away. Do you know who I would really like us to go and get? But we're not going to get him now. I'd like us to go and get Pickford.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think with the Ramsdale situation, I think it's just having the right players around him to make him better.
And unfortunately, West Ham's players at this moment in time are not the right one.
And that's the problem we've got, yeah. So there's him, maybe even Pope. But like I said to you before, Budge, I think Fabianski, make him a goalkeeping coach at the club. He's been a good servant for us. Rewarding
I
the same way.
that. And, also part-time, what do you call them?
Like an ambassador.
Because, look, if you've got one of your ex-players that we all love, let's be fair. I mean, there aren't many people that dislike Fabianski, right? Either as a person or as a player. And, if you've got him as an ambassador at the London Stadium, just think of how many Polish people will want to do the stadium tour with that man.
Yeah.
It makes financial sense to have him there as, for that purpose, but also having him, as you said, as a goalkeeping coach. That man's been through some bloody good teams.
Mm.
We first noticed him at Arsenal.
Yeah.
And then he went to Real Madrid, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a good sign for us.
Swansea. And then we got him from Swansea. So there's some pretty big names there on his resume. And some pretty big games the man's played in as well.
Yeah.
They've
realised that obviously Ian Bishop is the West Indian fast bowler. Ian Bishop, yes, indeed, yeah. What a good player he was as well. Yeah, Jeff, do you mean Ralph? Yeah,
yes, I do. Yes,
Michael Cho saying Tottenham Budgie, Mr. Joshy J looks angry in his upcoming stream. I can't imagine why Glazers are doing a fantastic job at Manchester. Peps is saying you'll get Ramsdale, but great shout from Brendan and obviously Ted the Hammer as well. Kelleher from Liverpool. Trafford, Trafford's another good one as well.
Trafford's a decent enough keeper. I'm not so sure he's mature enough in his game. No, I'm not talking about mentally.
Yeah,
I'm talking about in his game. I'm not sure if his game is mature enough to cope with week in, week out for West Ham United. I'm not saying we're anything special. I mean, clearly we are, but I mean, what I'm saying is that there's a lot of expectation, and we've had some great goalkeepers in between the sticks for us in the past. Do we want to make a mistake? I'm not saying Trafford's not good enough. Well, I am. I'm saying he's not good enough for West Ham. I don't think, anyway.
Kelleher for me. Kelleher is a great shout.
I think Kelleher would be perfect. And I also like that young lad that's playing for Villa. The young lad that played their cup game not too long ago.
His name there. I mean, Nick Pope, he's proved he's not a bad shot stopper. A bit suspect on other areas, but Potter knows him from Brighton. But he's a bit suspect on certain parts, but he's not a bad keeper.
Probably go and get Kasper Schmeichel.
Cool, blimey, yeah. Happy saying the same thing. Kelleher would be the nuts, but don't see him coming here anyhow. Plus, with no Europe, and if Harry stays, no chance. But he's want games though, isn't it? Nah, it's fine. Yeah, that's exactly it. Not at all. Look, I find it funny. That's all good. Matt, you're the same as me. My birthday is the 16th as well.
Very nice.
Happy saying no 16. Yeah, Kelleher would be magic. Nice. Terence saying, Budgie, I've always called you a legend. Shag Aaron's mum, I'd rather let a stuttering Millwall girl with big teeth go down on me.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh mate. This is the reason why I say this, Frog. Yeah, and I agree with you on this one. It's the goalkeeper coaching that bothers me, regardless of who we get. Something not right in that department, in my opinion. I think that Fab, I think it's just a case of
We've
rewarding.
had that Russian fella there for about 600 years, haven't we?
Yeah, get shot of him. Would you put Kelman or Keller on your shirt? The problem with that, Brendan, I'll probably have someone, I'll ask to have Keller put on my shirt and I'll have bloody Kellogg's put instead. You can just see it coming a mile off, can't you?
So you don't have the chicken.
Yeah.
You'll say, look, he's got a big cock on his back.
Yes.
That's what I always say about Tottenham. They say about how wonderful their stadium is. I'll say, yeah, but right at the very top, it's all cock and ball.
Yeah, it. Pepsi saying 16 is the number of pints Budgie had Sunday.
Oh, it wasn't far off. It was probably units. No, I mean,
No.
16 drinks. 16 drinks, but not all pints.
60. I mean, blimey, I remember you're saying about that. One of them cop programmers, and I was showing you around Berkshire, and I think it was Slough. I think they pulled this fella over. The old Bill caught him drinking with a can in his hand. So breathalyzed him over the limit, takes him to the nick, and the staff they put him on put him on the super duper breathalyzer machine, and it has said the first reading was 167, and the other was 173 milligrams of alcohol in his bloodstream.
Right.
This bloke was talking sober as a judge. But the best part was when he went to be charged, the staff sergeant says, "Who we got here? Oh, this is Mr. So-and-so and that." Caught him drinking behind the wheel with a can of lager. And just as the copper finished his centre, then you suddenly heard cider. And they look round, and it's the bloke they've nicked. He's telling them it was a can of cider, not lager. It was cider. Fuck it hell.
Oh, brilliant.
But he was walking sober. They let him sleep it off for the night in the nick. A week later, he was doing the same thing again.
Oh, God. Some people just won't learn.
No. Yeah, my mate was like that, mate. Got done twice.
Robert Sanchez.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, he ain't a bad goalkeeper.
25 million up front, though, he's saying. First. We will pay him off.
Now, let's have him on loan for a season. Give you 6 million up front.
Yeah, look, Happy saying, Pepsi, was it a confidence thing with Ramsdale was dropped for Raya as the reason why he became a shit overnight, in your opinion? Well, Raya did a great bit of goalkeeping on the weekend, didn't he?
But, I rate Raya as one of the better keepers in the league. I really do.
I think that comes down to the defence, though, myself.
Yeah, I liked him when he was at Brentford. I thought he was quality at Brentford.
But when you look at with Ramsdale, it proved the point when who was got injured. I think when Saliba, because obviously Gabriel and Saliba, they said what a great partnership. But as soon as Saliba got injured, Gabriel didn't know what to do. So there for me, that's where it's that's what the problem is. Howard saying, I'd rather have Dirty Sanchez, Mickey. Yeah, Dirty Sanchez. Old man saying, just read Joseph Fritzl's daughter's diary. Wasn't it interesting? Monday stayed on, Tuesday stayed in, Wednesday stayed in. Jesus. How you need to get laid, she say.
Yeah, old man's probably going to come up with Saturday, took me to Tottenham, wish I'd stayed in.
Brendan's saying Ramsdale was blinded by Raya's teeth. Yeah, Jesus, he has got a gnashers on him. Oh, yeah, good shout, Ted. Yeah, Nicholas Jackson, another one, is out until March for Chelsea as well.
That's a shocker.
Yeah, Ray was always better than Ramsdale. Yeah, agree on that.
I agree.
Yeah, 30 Sanchez is not normally in my repertoire. Happy, yeah. I like it. He's And Collie's saying, "I'll give Fabianski goalkeeping coach job, just like McCloskey was at the club." Yeah, that's what I think as myself.
Yeah.
Pepsi going, but I thought Ramsdale was a nuts for you that season before you loaned Ray. Yeah, I think for me it was more the defence that kind of made Ramsdale look good as well.
Yeah.
Because not being funny before that, because I think they paid, what is it now? Was it 25, 30 odd million they paid for Ramsdale? And even then it seemed to be a lot of money because he wasn't exactly all that. Because I think he went down, the team he came from, there was already got relegated, remember rightly.
Mm.
To make too many mistakes here. Pepsi's saying there. And Michael's saying Jackson's been out since mid-December, in truth, guys.
He's never been that prolific, and yet he came with a lot of promise.
True.
Chelsea.
True.
Yeah. But Mudryk, I mean, look, that's another player that came with a lot of promise and absolutely didn't bring his boots with him at all, let alone his shooting boots.
Well,
he's probably had maybe 3 decent moments in his entire Chelsea career.
You need to get Rasmus Højlund and Mudryk to tie their shoelaces together to become one player. And then they might be actually score goals because the pair of them are shocking. Yeah, I agree on that budget. They're absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
When is Palmer going to get injured as well? Yeah, that player, Jesus. Old man saying, do we feel the positivity in the playing squad? I can't believe the difference. Sloppy must have been a complete arse. Definitely. Like I said, just watching one of his press conferences and the comments in the chat were saying, well, if we can't understand the word he's saying, what chance have the players got? It was, dire.
Agreed. I watched the very first one of his, couldn't watch any more of them. I watched the first one of Graham Potter's, although I didn't want him at the club, and I'm addicted to him, I've watched a couple of them more than once because I think to myself, I want to hear that again because that was such a refreshing press conference.
Mm.
A geezer who's been allowed to have his balls drop and say what he means. How many more times are you going to ask me that question? I'm not going to talk about him. He don't wear West Ham's kit.
True.
We're
going to come up towards the end soon, mate, and just going to go over the last couple of comments.
Yeah.
Is he loaned to the Saints or did you sell him? Darren saying, bring back Shaka Hislop. Yeah, what a keeper he was as well.
Yeah.
Sold. Yeah. That much Pepsi. Terrence has put, Harry Redknapp been fined £1,500 for an unpaid electricity bill at the Spuds. He was the last person in the trophy room in 2008. Left the light on. You're training to be his agent. Loppy is so missed, that's for sure. Well, if Maresca's not doing well, mate, apparently Bowley's looking, before Todd Bowley leaves Chelsea, Michael, apparently he's looking at Lopetegui already. I've heard it in the rumour mill. And it's got to be true if that's the case. I just wish they would give the pressers a mic so we can hear the questions. Oh, imagine that. Yeah. Because they were handpicked, weren't they? That's for sure.
Yeah.
25 million. So they got their money back on him. Nice for the fans to be able to understand the press conferences. Totally agree on that, Darren. You know what I mean? Because a lot of hearing him, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Cheers. I'm buzzing. If we lose a game, doesn't seem to be that from not trying. Definitely. Ted saying, excellent show, Tony and Budgie and all that in the chat coming you irons. Thank you very much for that, sir.
Thanks, Ted.
And as always, Mr. Devaney, good morning to yourself and see you later, he says as well.
Kieran.
I hope you're keeping well, Kieran. Or appropriately known as Fuckface.
Yes. Yes. She endears herself to everybody.
Thanks for being around with us, Nat. We are going to bring it to a conclusion. And as we said, the last thing we won't go out with a outro. We will just leave the picture up of Ronnie as we bow ourselves out.
Yeah, and just in case you missed it, Kieran, Ronnie Ticker Boyce passed away today, mate, aged 82.
Yeah. Rest in peace and that. And I might do something tomorrow night. But other than that, I will be doing a watch along on Saturday for the game itself. And then on Sunday, I'm back for the Sunday night takeaway. And then, of course, back on Wednesday with Anthony and with Hot Fuzz for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Pepsi give me a challenge here saying Tony should wear an Arsenal shirt when West Ham lose. Oof. Come on, you fucking irons. Yeah, absolutely agree on that as well. And I guess the wildlife has broken up. Kieran, he's saying. Budgie, yeah, we'll try and do that. You want to do the incredible?
Yeah, I'll make some inquiries about what footage and pictures I can use.
Brilliant.
And I'll try and put together maybe like a little, I don't know, like a 60-second bit of footage, and we'll just have that as a moment's silence for him.
Yeah, be nice, mate.
Just a little video of it for him.
Thank you very much, Michael, and as Ray, thank you very much as well. Darren saying thanks for a great stream tonight. You're most welcome as always, and it goes without saying, it's you guys in the chat that also makes the show what it is, and me and Budgie appreciate all of that.
Yes, indeed. We like chatting to each other, but the fact that we've got you guys interacting with us and helping us with the conversation means a lot to us. That's why we continue to do this on a Thursday evening, because we reach people that reach back.
Thanks, GP, and Happy, and
GP,
everyone else. GP,
coffee,
thank
mate.
you very much. And last but not least, yes, go out and with the picture of the great man himself.